Dustin here with Stop Breathe Bump. I'm sitting with Nick and Bossy from Cosmic Gate. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. So you guys are in town for the Hallowfreaknween event, but it's your second Halloween event of the weekend. How was Seattle last night?
Seattle was amazing. It was with the Tiesto and Dada Life, and I think like 15,000 people or something like that. A lot of fun, a lot of fun.
Good deal. So I'm going to start with a question that I'm sure you guys have heard a lot, but how did you come together 13 years ago? And what has made this sort of partnership work so well for so long?
It was actually a total chance thing. Like we knew it like a year or something when we by chance ended up in the studio together.
Yeah.
And we were there with like 2-3 other guys, and there was something going wrong with that production, and they left, and
so it was just us in the studio, and we were thinking about to leave too. But then we started to talk about music, and somehow ended up like doing this track in 3-4 hours, which was the drums, our first track. So I don't know, it
was a really chance thing, and when we came up like after only 2 months, we sent it out to some record companies, and within one day, all of them wanted to sign it, and we were like, oh wow, this is cool, and we just needed a name, and we came up like because of these sequences to give it like a spacey kind of look, and so we came up with Cosmic Gate, and we had no clue at all that now certain years later we'd be sitting here with you, and that this moment actually of deciding not to leave the studio would change our life forever.
It's a good story. Yeah. So, over the past 13 years, the dance music industry has gone through a pretty significant transformation. I mean, socially, technologically, I mean, the market's much larger.
Yeah.
The technology you guys use to create the music is completely different. And what has that been like from a DJ's perspective? And do you like where it's going? Any dislikes?
At first, say it's not never, and it's not gonna get boring at all. Like I said, from the technical side, it's like total different. We talked about this only yesterday, that it was so much work to skip from one track to the other. We had to write down every single position on the mixer from the production side, and doing an album back then was like, I don't want to say a nightmare, but it wasn't that easy. And then we switched to digital, and it went like this, and we had all these synthesizers that were heating up the studio like crazy. Now it's like you just have your computer filled with plugins, and that's it actually. So this is the technical side.
And DJ wise, it was just one really big step. That was from vinyl to CD, and then now USB or whatever. But from CD to USB, this is not a big step. You still play with the same players, and I have to say, back then we didn't expect that they make such a good player with the CDJs. The 2000, because it's actually nearly not the same, because it's not the feeling of a vinyl, but what you can do is not that much of a difference. So it's a pretty good development. Right?
So now here you are, about to release your 7th artist album, Wake Your Mind. Release tomorrow, right?
On Monday. The iTunes release is on Monday. Yes.
All right. Can you tell me a little bit about the album? Do you have any goals going into the project, or do you just kind of let it evolve?
That's maybe the right word. Music's gotta evolve. That's the same when you go to the studio. It's like, of course, you maybe have a certain kind of idea, but at the end we go with the flow. We let it go. When something is getting into a good direction, it's not that we push it into other corners or something. Music is always a feeling, and when we be like we like this, then this is good. So we find this very, very important.
The only different idea this time with this album was that we worked with other producers as well. So most of the times we work with the other songwriters and singers, but this time we also have like collabs with Andrew Beyer, Mayan and Shane, Arne. So that was pretty much new to us. and very exciting.
Yeah.
Because we were sending back and forth ideas, and someone wrote a melody, the other one like changed it a little bit, and then or added something. So it was an exciting process.
Yeah. Plus, we have like at least two singers, Carey Brothers and Jay Something, that are actually totally out of our regular EDM scene. And we like it. We think that the diversity of the album is even bigger than the ones that we had before. And this is something that we see as, or that we had as a goal of the album, to show a really wide range and diversity of our sound. Because an album for us is not to just give kicking club tracks. For this, you don't need an album. We want to show a nice variety. We want to tell a nice story, something that people can listen to and hopefully be touched. Be touched. Plus, of course, it's always a dance album. We're a dance electronic act, so that's the goal behind when we do an album.
All right, so I've been listening to your album sampler that Black Hole sent out to everybody, and the two vocal tracks with Jess and Hugh are beautiful. I just want to know what it's like working with such talented singer-songwriters. I mean, is the process when you're working with somebody like that different from straight dub track?
It's a good question, because we worked with both already on previous albums, but this time it was very different, because usually we do an instrumental, like a backing with harmonies and everything, like they have a total idea of the track, like a feeling, and then they write the lyrics. But this time they first just wrote the song, the lyrics, but just on basic harmonies, just a piano or just a guitar. And we built like the whole...
Built up everything around
Exactly, and that was very, very nice,
All right, so over the years, you have released a number of solo tracks. Do you have any aspirations of doing the same?
During these years, I've been working on actually stuff. Not many people know it, that I'm running a house label, which was pretty much successful only the last year, 1.5. We've been working so much that neither Nick nor me couldn't do any solo stuff, and I couldn't focus on there. So maybe I'm gonna get into this again, because I guess people know that our hearts is not only in trance, and we like electronic or music in general. So I might get more into this label funk work again, and working with DJ Delicious, and keep this stuff going again.
But right now with what we have to do with Cosmic Gate, it's very, very, very hard to find time for other things.
So I'm from back east, and the first time I ever saw you guys play live was at Club Love about 2 years ago.
Nice.
And I have to say, it's one of the most memorable nights I've had at a club. Just such a small, intimate vibe. It really creates a real special moment and bond between the artist and the crowd. And I was wondering, do you guys prefer playing smaller venues like that, or do you like playing EDC main stage in front of 65,000 people? Because I saw that as well.
For sure, we like both. But I totally agree with you. We never forget this night and this club. Sometimes you come back to a club, or you know that you play there again, and then we are discussing what was it about. We don't remember exactly anymore. But Love, I don't know. It was so dark and so underground, and really
sound
cool.
system. You just feel everything, and I mean, there's 10 people to your right, 10 people to your left, and you guys are right there in front of us. It was special.
It's actually funny, because we just played at Cielo on Thursday night in New York. Cool. Yeah, that was like off the hook. It was like packed and full till the end. A lot of energy. Of course, this place is a little bit cleaner, but still we had a real good energy going. And New York really is like our base at the East Coast. We love it.
But for sure, to answer the question, we don't want to miss the bigger festivals.
Well. Yeah, I mean, they each have the
But when you see like 10, 15, 20,000 people with hands in the air, or like screaming and like jumping, that's it.
This is the feeling. You have diversity as a DJ. Only playing clubs or only raves, this won't be it. So,
you guys have any favorite cities in the U.S.?
A lot.
I think what's the one if you had to choose one?
Just talking about, usually or lately we were pretty much into the West Coast, but on Thursday...
We love New Angeles.
No, on Thursday, back to New York, we were like, man, this city is so cool. That
club and bar and restaurant scene there is like, we think maybe one of the best in the world, and
but for sure, we love LA and then
Miami is great. Chicago is cool, only too cold in the winter.
Exactly.
There's a lot of cool places. Yeah.
So you guys have a big album release tour ahead of you. What's after that? You guys do you have projects already in the works, or is it time for a holiday?
I think in January we will have like 2 weekends.
10 days.
Just do nothing, because we are doing we are playing almost every day right now.
Yeah.
So
I was looking at your schedule. It's insane over the next few months.
Yeah. So it's good to have like a few days off. Yeah. And then of course we have to decide what is the next single. We have to do new mixes for the next releases and to discuss who is remixing the next stuff. So it's always a lot of work.
Plus there's 2 collaborations that have not ended up on the album. They're definitely going to find a release too with pretty big names. So it's 2012 definitely is not going to be different than 2011. Just go for it and work hard and have fun.
Well, I want to thank you guys for taking time to sit down with me. And is there anything else you'd like to say before we get out of here?
No, I think we had everything.
I think that was it. It was a pleasure. And we're going
to go rocking
later on at Hallowfreaknween.
Okay.